Hello, I'm Ken Miller, Manager of Safety here at Adams Columbia. I'd like to take this opportunity to tell you about our safety program. Up until a few years ago, our efforts were focused on statistics. We conducted inspections and identified infractions and violations. About 4 years ago, we identified a new mission. We call it our Quest for Zero Injuries and Incidents. There would be a shift in our culture, and we'd strive to believe injuries and incidents are avoidable. First thing we did was conduct a safety perception survey. The survey would identify our employees' true beliefs, our strengths, and then our opportunities. After that, we developed a safety steering team with representation from all levels of our organization and identified some accountabilities for all levels as well. As a result of that, we put together continuous improvement teams to focus on specific topics that were identified in the survey. And we have just completed our third CI team and conducted our follow-up safety perception survey. I'm happy to report that we've had some very positive results from that, and now our focus is on each other and the process and not the statistics. We are very encouraged and optimistic for our future.
The Adams-Columbia GPS Inventory Project is part of a progression from paper maps to digital maps. A contractor, Empower Innovations, is visiting all the co-op's equipment to record where it is and a lot of detail about what's there. The paper maps that were used at the co-op were designed for finding something you're looking for. The digital maps we've been using for about the past 10 years or so, they help us find what we're looking for, and they also give us a lot more information than is possible to get from paper. The data used in our digital maps worked great for the paper maps, because that's what it was designed for. It falls short when we put what's essentially that same data into a digital map. The data being collected by the GPS project is designed for the digital systems that we use now. Those systems work best with a complete and spatially accurate model of our electric system. This digital model of the system can be put to many uses. For example, it can help us with map-based tracking of maintenance work, give us more detailed and accurate engineering analysis and outage management abilities, and also help make our work more efficient in a couple of ways. For one, it'll allow us to use air photos and maps. It'll allow us to rely on data from other sources instead of keeping our own versions of things like land parcel lines and roads. It'll speed up the design work and also cost estimates for members who are considering making changes to their service. It also makes storm recovery faster. We've been notifying members by mail and by phone before the GPS field workers start working in a new area. When they get to your area, you'll see them on foot and on four-wheelers. Since they're going to every meter, pole, and everything else, you may see them in your yard or up next to your house.
Hi, I'm Jerry Schmitz and I'm the lead engineer here at Adams-Columbia Electric Cooperative. Lots of folks don't know what engineering does, but we really spend our time focused in three main areas. First one is of course safety. And it's not just safety for our linemen who, as you all know, work with high voltage electricity, which is very dangerous. But there are other things like ferroresonance, arc flash. Those are all issues that engineering has to help get rid of or to engineer out of our system. And it doesn't just affect the linemen. It also affects all of the members, anyone that could come in contact with any of our equipment any place. So we want to make sure that we do our best to keep bad consequences from happening to all the good folks that are out there. The second thing is the general power quality aspect of things. Not only just the voltage that you have at your meter, we want to make sure that that's good and within a tight bandwidth, but also it's things like outages. How many blinks do you have? How long do the outages last? And so we put a lot of work into making sure that our system coordination is up to snuff and that we fix problems as they occur there and do good tree trimming to keep a lot of the outages, especially, it's not just the trees, but it's also during storms and with animals from happening. The third area really has to do with our operations. And in our operations, we've got situations where we need to be able to take out a piece of equipment for maintenance. And we also need to have excess capacity when a storm does come through and impacts us. So what we do is we try and have enough extra capacity to be able to switch around the problems, get as many folks back on with power as fast as possible, and then fix it when we can, or in the case of maintenance, knock out the maintenance work, carry the load that's still there and the people that need service, and then put it back to normal when we're done.